YouTubers, Gaming Jayda here, back with another video for you all today, and we will be doing the top 5 texture packs for 1.7.5 and above, and all these will work for future updates that come out, and let's get started, shall we? Coming in on number 5, we have the Hawk pack. This texture pack is a plain looking resource pack and is meant to make Minecraft look better but not too realistic. As you can see, we have the nice cartoonish looking ores here. I think they look really nice personally, and the quartz over here. But why this texture pack I feel is in number 5 is because they have some items which I personally do not like myself, like this jukebox here. I just don't think it matches the rest. But other than that, the cartoonish look of the blocks would look really good in a building map or anything like that. I do not like this enchantment table, but other than that, I really enjoy this texture pack, and it has a nice little cursor, as you can see down the bottom when I switch to my sword and my bow. It has a nice little rainbow thing, and I think that's a nice touch. The bow is still like the same as default, so it is like a similar version of default, but it just has a few more bit of detail. The skies are different, and I really enjoy that in the worlds, and we'll go check out the mobs. In this texture pack do look default for most of them, but I will still run through all these for you. They still mainly look default, but some have changed, like the mushroom cow and the slimes have been turned to yellow. I don't really mind the changes just because they aren't very significant, but I don't like the skeleton as its face expression, but I'm really liking the creeper. I think that looks amazing with the shading and everything on that. But as you can see, most of the others are still default. They all look the same. But if you just wanted a texture pack that just kind of changes the blocks, so if you're getting a bit sick of default, then I think this one's perfect for you. So we'll go have a look at all the items. You can see on here, most of the items still, as I said earlier, still look default, but they look a bit more cartoonish. As you can see, the sword here is more paler than the normal diamond sword, and a lot of the things look a bit skinnier compared to the normal default Minecraft. But as you can see, the armor is the exact same, but we have a few changes on the blocks. The food are mostly the same. But this is overall a really nice texture pack, and I think it will look well using it in Minecraft. Because I like the texture packs that you can still distinguish what items are what, and this one does the job. So yeah, we'll get into number 4. Coming in on number 4, we have the Feather Song texture pack. This pack has a warm, rustic, whimsical, and slightly medieval feel and is made for those who like to live on the upside beat of life. I personally like this texture pack because I like building with medieval style, and I don't like the bow. That's one thing I don't like in this texture pack, how you're holding it and the arrow is kind of sticking out of it. And the sword is more like a dagger than a sword. But other than that, I really like this texture pack. The armor is still the same, as you can see, it's just default. But it's nice, warm and rustic feeling, which I really like. Some texture packs you get kind of confused with, between the iron and the gold. But this one, there is absolutely no problem with distinguishing which is which. I was going to replace that back there. See, these two, you can tell which is the difference, and all these ores look really nice in my opinion. Maybe the diamond could have had another few more diamond specks in it just to show that it's diamond really and not stone, because it's very similar to the stone over here, but it's really nice, and I like this texture pack a lot. I really like the jukebox in this one as well. It just looks really realistic, as well as the TNT over here. The texture pack does look a little cartoony, but it is perfect. Like the wood, I feel, looks really nice, and it's a really good building texture pack. So we'll go take a look at the animals now. Alrighty, so here we got the mobs in front of me right here. This texture pack actually does change a lot of the mobs in Minecraft, and I really like this. Being an animal fan, I really like seeing these animals and everything changed, and just got a lot more detail in them. Like the octopus here, I really like that one. It just looks really amazing. I do like the skeleton, and the zombies are okay. I do prefer the number 5's texture pack for the zombies, but other than that, I really think this texture pack is really nice and should be downloaded. And most of the others are default, but for most of them they have been edited to a really nice shading and textures. So we'll go move on to the picture frames now. Alright, so here are the main items in Minecraft up on these picture frames as you saw last time. This texture pack has a nice feel to it and has most stuff edited, which looks really nice with a lot of detail, like the cake here and the steak. It just looks really realistic and I'm really liking it for that reason. Or you can pause the video anytime if you feel that you want to look at these items any closer, or you can download the texture pack in the description if you want to see it yourself. But yeah, I just really like this. It's more of a builder's texture pack because it just is medieval and everything. So if you like building with medieval, I think this is a texture pack for you personally. So we'll move on to number 3. Coming in on number 3, we have the Halcyon Days texture pack. This one is even more realistic from the last one, and I really admire the ores in this texture pack, and I feel that it's the most realistic you're going to get ore-wise. And just a lot of these bricks would look like what they are in real life, and I just love it for that feeling. And it's another building texture pack as the last ones. I am a builder. Well, I like building personally in medieval style, so this is why I've picked a lot of the diverse medieval ones. But these look so realistic. The hoppers and the anvils, they just all have those nice shading touches that just really look good, and so do the wood here. They look just as you would see them in real life if you found them, and oh, they're just really nice. Look at the vines, they're just beautiful. I really like this texture pack, and the sword here is a bit thick in my opinion, but you can work with it. I really like the bow. It's probably one of the best bows in most of the texture packs. I feel it's really skinny, and when you pull it back it just feels really nice, and it just suits this texture pack a lot. So we'll move on to the mobs now, shall we? Alrighty, so here we have the mobs in this texture pack, and once again they still have the default textures by the looks. If you're into animals like me, then I recommend the previous texture pack for that, because these ones are just all default. Once again, none of them have actually changed, which is surprising. If they did add that feature, I think this texture pack would be a winner in my eyes. So there's not much to show here, so we'll move on to the picture frames, shall we? Alrighty, so here we have the item frames with all the mainly used items in Minecraft, and this texture pack shows them off very well and very realistic. And just look at these food here, they just look like you would see them in real life, and yeah, it's just really nice touches being done. The shading is just absolutely beautiful in this texture pack, and I just love the ores. And probably this is going to get one of the top texture packs that you're going to get, because this is just really beautiful in a sense of building wise. So if you guys are a builder, this is another nice texture pack that you guys should feel that you should download as well. But the items and armory are the same. I think I mentioned that earlier, so that's the same. But once again, the bow is just splendid. It's really nice and it works well with this texture pack. So we'll move on to number 2. In on number 2 we have Defscape, and this texture pack is absolutely beautiful in my eyes. It has this realistic but cartoonish feel to it, and I just really like the feeling of it when you play with this texture pack. Everything is well distinguished, so if you're playing survival games, you're going to know that this is a chest. You're not going to think it's another item and get lost. They have nice, realistic views on items, and it's just how the items should look in Minecraft. It's kind of a revamped version of the jukebox here, so some items haven't been changed significantly, but it's just well done, this texture pack, and I really like it. For the podzol down here, this just looks beautiful as well. It just makes you want to build with this texture pack and go on and play with some friends, and it's just really nice. It still has that realistic feel, as I said earlier, as you can see in the wood here along there. It just looks really nice in my opinion. The ores do look cartoonish, so if you're not a fan of the cartoonish feel, then this isn't the texture pack for you. But just as you can see in this pumpkin, it just looks really well done, and it's just a nice feeling when you play with it. So we have the bow here. It's kind of a round off version, so it's circular. It does the job and it looks nice, I feel. and also the sword, it's a bit skinnier than the normal default, but the items have, the armory I should say, have a little bit more shading to them, and it's just really nice looking. So we'll move on to the animals. Alright, so this texture pack's animals, oops, I didn't mean to do that. These texture pack's animals have been changed, and that's another reason why I like this texture pack. The cows look really realistic and very cute. The pigs have been turned into wild pigs. I just think it's really funny looking, and it just looks really nice, the animals, in my feel. This actually looks quite cool how they've put TNT behind it to act as if it's full of TNT because it explodes. The zombies have armory, like camouflage on, and I think it's just really nice. Oh, I just really like this texture pack. It has a nice feeling to it. The animals have changed, and it's overall just a really nice one, so we'll go check out the item frame. Alright, so as you can see, we have the items in the item frames once again, and this is the shading I was talking about earlier on the armory, and I think that looks really nice. The shovels look still pretty cool. I don't really like how they're not rounded, but it's honestly not a big deal. You don't use shovels often in Minecraft, and it's just like a default but cartoonish feel, and I just like it for that reason. And it just has above all, really nice feeling when you're playing with it, and yeah, that's why I like this texture pack. Definitely go check out these texture packs if you like the look of them, and give the owners some credit for it because they're really well done. So we'll move on to the final texture pack, number 1. And on number 1, you guys have been waiting for so long. We have Revival. You guys might have heard about this texture pack, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The ores are similar to the last texture pack, so I really like that. All blocks are distinguished by what they are. You can tell what each and every one of them are, and it's not hard to work that out. It's just a really nice, above all, nice looking texture pack, and it's just got all the blocks, and it just makes you want to also build with it. It's another medieval style as well, so if you're not into medieval, then this may be not for you, but this is just above all really nice. As you can see, we got the different grasses down there, we got the wood, and it just looks really realistic, as you can see by the wood here. And I just like these kind of texture packs, and this one is just really well done. We have the bow here. It's just really small, but I like it. It's not massive in your hand, and it feels nice when you shoot it, and you have a nice little sword here. They're kind of two smaller versions of the default, I feel. And the trees in here just look really well done as well, with the shading and everything. And we'll go on to move on to the animals. Here we go, we've got the animals for this Revival texture pack, and once again they have been changed. Another factor why I like it. Most actually have their own detail. This is a funny one. It has one eye. It's like a cyclops looking thing, and it just looks really realistic once again, as I said earlier. The creeper I don't personally like, but all the other ones I really feel that they look well done, and they are still got that cartoonish feel, but you know what, I like that, so that looks good. It's the only texture pack that has actually changed Ghast, Ender Dragons, and that's like, I just feel that a lot of effort has gone into making this one, and it's just really come out and shown for me, and we'll go on to the item frames to see more of the beautifulness. Here we are, we have the item frames with all the very nice looking items inside. We have the armor, they have all been turned into differently. It's more of a caveman style leather armor, and I feel that's what it should be, because that's where it originated, from the caveman. So I think that actually suits it really well, and all the items are well done with the shading and everything, but they're still very well distinguished on what they are, so you're not getting confused with, oh, what's this block in my hand or something like that. The armory is different, as you can see. I'll go on F5. The armory is different, one of the only changes that the other texture pack hasn't got, but this one has got, and it just looks really nice when you're playing survival games and stuff. It just looks medieval, and I really like it for that reason. So thank you all for tuning in for the top 5, and we'll meet you later. Alrighty guys, so if you did enjoy that top 5 resource packs, remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all my other content. I post daily Minecraft videos if you haven't checked them out already. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!